It's Doc Jones. What's going on, guys? It's a November to remember. November 10th, 2020 years. We'll get right down to it. Revelation 12. The great sign that appeared in the heavens. September 23rd, 2017. We'll see. Now a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. Then being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads, 10 horns, and 7 diadems on his heads. His tail drew a third of the stars of heaven, threw them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth, to devour her child as soon as it was born. She bore a male child, capital C here, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up to God and his throne. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days from the great sign that appeared September 23rd, 2017. Then 1,260 days later, after the great sign that appeared in the heavens over Israel and the Middle East. Calculations maybe 7,000 years ago that it appeared, maybe never before, exactly like that alignment that we see here that already appeared. Almost 1,260 days. Almost. That will be March of 2021. 2021 years will be that mark. Almost at the halfway point, and it's getting a little bit crazy. We'll continue, because 1,260 days later, after the great sign, war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. Okay, continuing. So we had the great sign, the Revelation 12 first part here, the alignment in the heavens that appeared on September 23rd, 2017. It's the first time ever that I had ever appeared exactly like that, even with Jupiter in retrograde, everything aligning exactly like the first part of the signs that appeared in the heavens. Finally, we have a starting point. Now, of course, then it says after the great sign, right toward the middle of the chapter, Revelation 12, 1,260 days later, war breaks out in heaven. So now we continue. So now there was a sign. America, you got your sign. August 21st, 2017 years. We got the sign just about a month before the great sign over Israel and the Middle East. America, we got our sign before we got August 21st, 2017, that great solar eclipse over America, sweeping from Oregon all the way down to South Carolina. We had a previous total solar eclipse but not since 1979, the year I was born. Oh, just gave something away. Anyway, so we got this sign 38 or so years later in 2017. Then we get another sign 7 years later, another total solar eclipse, marking out America, Babylon, on April the 8th, 2024. So as we wrap things up, there are many more solar eclipses to come. We have had many since that 1979 total solar eclipse. Now we finish up the second half of Revelation 12. After the 1,260 days, the war breaks out in the heavens. And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. But they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan. Many names he is called right here in this chapter. Dragon, serpent of old, devil, Satan. We hear many things of him, who deceives the whole world. He is cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. After the 1,260 days, great sign. We got it. They got it. Israel got it. The Middle East, and then America. We had ours before. The total solar eclipse, a sign for what's to come. 1,260 days later, it breaks out. Then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ have come. For the accuser of the brethren, there's another name for the devil, Satan, serpent of old, the dragon, who accused them before our God day and night, has been cast down. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives to the death. Don't take it all the way to the death. Refuse the mark. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Satan's wrath, the world's wrath upon all of us. A timeline. We'll continue to keep eyes to the skies in case anything breaks out and manifests a manifestation down here. That's above, so below. I don't know. It's Doc Jones. I'll come back at you with some more. Thank you to 132, 3, 4, 5 or so. Love you. I'll be back. Oh, and by the way, guarantee that the Vatican, yeah. See, the Vatican's been aiming its, multi-million plus dollar or whatever telescopes, aimed at the heavens for a while now. They're stationed all over, all over the place here. And they were waiting for the Revelation 12 great sign to appear. And then, they sat and, they got all these high power. You can look into it. It's pretty high powered Luciferian type telescopes that the Vatican's been using. Yeah, so you guarantee the Pope, changing to the black shoes. Well, we'll get into stuff like that later. The last Pope, whatever. But guarantee they know about the great sign, about the timeline, and they're not telling anyone. So we'll keep an eye to the skies because now we have the timeline and we know when it appeared. Remember, calculations, exact alignment had never occurred before, never to occur exactly like that ever again. It's Doc Jones. Thanks for holding on. Love all y'all. I'll be back with some more.